Hey, I'm RT and welcome back to RTsWorld. So today I present you the Mega Slot Machine. And this machine behind me has 7 slots in total, and of course you can totally design them as you like, and you can also increase the number or decrease the number of slots as you wish. It's completely customizable, and also the prices are. So I will, in the first part of this video, explain to you how the machine works and how each of the circuits interact with each other and so on. And in the second part of the video, we will build it together block by block. But before we do that, let's thank first of all our suggester for this video. And his name is Tristan. He suggested, by the way, is my idea of a giant slot 9+ on the list? Plus manual stop for each slot while keeping it better for owner. I'm sure it's coming soon, but I can't wait. And I've become the richest person on my servers thanks to the casinos I've built with your machines too, haha. And yeah, so first of all, I'm really glad that you like my machines. I'm really glad you became the richest person on your server. And I think I also did a very nice job, except for the 9 slots, I only did 7, but of course you can expand that with the slot machine behind me. And Tristan is a Patreon supporter, so if you want to support me directly on Patreon, make sure to click the link in the video description. And also, if you want to support me for free, there's always the way to like the videos and also to subscribe for free on YouTube. So let's head directly to this machine. So we have here the 7 slots. We have here the insert mechanism where we insert our currency item, which is diamonds in my case. And here in the background, we have all the redstone going on. It seems a little bit intimidating at first, but as you see later on in the block by block tutorial and also in the explanation part, we have here a rather copy-able design, so it's completely stackable. You can choose how many slots you want, and yeah, if you want, for example, a machine with only 3 slots because you have not that much space, or you want to keep it a little bit smaller, you could do it. If you want to have 20 slots, feel free to do it. It will be a little bit laggy maybe if you build it on a server. And of course this machine can be built in single player and multiplayer Minecraft. It is a little bit laggy since there are a lot of clocks running when it's running, but other than that it's completely lag free. So let's try it one more time before we go into the redstone-y stuff. So as we can see, we have the slots running from top to bottom and also from bottom to top. They alternate, and yeah, I just did it for design purposes. That's not really a functionality, or it's not really important for the build. But as we drop any item on these blue carpets, we can stop the slots, and the blue line, if we can line up all 7 and the blue line, we would win 2 netherite blocks. And if we line up a single one, even at the light blue concrete line, we will win the price, which is a gold ingot. And you can of course vary those prices. Yeah, as we can see, light blue line is a gold ingot. So let's do it further. Yeah, another gold ingot. So that's our secondary prices. Besides the jackpot, since the jackpot is really unlikely to be hit. We have here, another gold. That's really lucky, to be honest. We have here 7 slots, and those 7 slots basically are built from 5 lamps. And we have to get 1 in 5, basically, for each slot, and that 7 times. So the total odds to win this 2 netherite blocks are 1 in 5, and that times 7. So 1 in 5 times 1 in 5 times 1 in 5, 7 times in total, and then you get the odds for this machine. And of course you can also customize that, for example, by increasing the number of lamps or decreasing it. But that's a little bit harder. So let's go to the explanatory part. And for this part, I want to start here at the insertion mechanism. So we insert our currency item into this item filter, and by doing that, we move the X from right to left. And as we do that, we can, as we can see here, first of all, power the light blue circuit, which closes the slot so we cannot insert any more currency items. And most importantly, we can power this comparator and send a 2-tick pulse on this magenta line, and the magenta line just resets all the selection mechanisms. So as we can see here, we have here the blue carpets on top, and they directly go into this hopper, go into the self-emptying droppers that spit it directly out of the top surface, and which with this magenta line, we just reset those by putting the wooden X from left to right. And by doing that, as we can see here, the slot will start That's how we do that. And we stop it by simply placing the X back in with an item. And yeah, as you can see, the slot now stopped. So I will do that now for all the items. And as we can see here, yeah, the pulse already got through. And we have all the slots running. And that's not really that complicated. The green circuit is just, basically, it's just a clock that is set to a certain time interval. So yeah, not really that complicated. And the signal just spirals upwards here in green and then just goes back down. Or if for the reverse slots, it spirals down and goes back up. So yeah, those are the two slots, but honestly, it's not really necessary to do those vice versa alternating lamps. You can also do it just with a single type of them. And yeah, it's really not that complicated to build this machine. It's just huge with the repeating slot units. And what we can do now is by inserting, for example, in the first slot an item, we stop the slot. And as we do that, we just lock it. So this repeater now here is on, whereas this one here is still off since we didn't put in an item there yet. And it just locks everything. So all repeaters here are now bedrock locked, and it also locks in the signal where it is. And at this point, it's just in the bottom part of the spiral. That's why it's there. So let's see if we can get the signal at a different state. Yeah, that's like most likely one next to the top slot. As we can see here, we lock the signal in there. Here are all the bedrock locked repeaters. You may know them from a Wheel of Fortune. So that's how the locking mechanism works for each slot. And now you may ask, how can we implement the winning system? So yeah, just do another one maybe. Let's see if we can get the gold ingot once more. Can we do it? No, we can't. Let's try it once more. Yeah, now we won the gold. That's perfect for demonstration purposes. So the gold slot now is right here, and as we can see here, if we win, this signal here will be on, which is the single one, of course, for the gold, since that's the only one that wins us the gold. Here it is on, therefore it will depower this torch, depower that redstone here, powering that torch and spitting out one gold via this repeater. And we also have a nice pitch set there on the note block that we can hear that we won a gold. So as we can see, that's really lucky. So out of 7 slots, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in the correct netherite row. So we would have very nice odds to win this time. But these slots, as we can see here, so we have here the 1 repeater. Oh, that's the wrong one. Is it this one here? We have to have 4 in this row. Yeah, those are the correct ones. So here we have the first, second, third and fourth over there. And as we can see here, if this redstone circuit is locked in, we can depower the torch. And basically what we have here is a giant AND gate. So usually those lamps are on, but as we depower them, as we can see here, for the 4 slots, we will depower this AND gate. And if all 7 are depowered, we will power this torch here, therefore powering this observer, and it will basically just power the dropper where the netherite ingots are stored. So that's how we win the jackpot in this machine. Yeah, and I think now I covered everything. It's really not that complex. It's very fast explanatory part for usually it takes a little bit longer, but honestly it's not that complicated to build. It's just a stacking of mechanisms, and it was hard to come up with a nice compact design. Unfortunately, the design requires 5 space, so each slot is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 space. It's 3 space with 1 block in between, so the redstone does not connect to each other. But I didn't come up with a 1 wide tileable system, so we could have a little bit more slots on a little less space. But yeah, maybe I can do that in a future project where I compact it down a little bit. But with that explained, I will see you in a second in the block by block tutorial. So welcome to the block by block tutorial, and as always, don't be scared away by the pre-built parts. I will cover all of that in a second. So first of all, I would suggest to build a 33 by 12 platform, so to have enough space to run here. And also, for example, if you want to protect, for example, the customers, you can also build a nice glass cage around with a door or something like that to prevent other customers from messing up with, one playing the machine. So that's why I recommend this space. So 33 in this direction, of course, 12 in that direction. So 12 blocks will be right until this gold ingot droppery on the floor. So it's 11 blocks until we have this diamond column here. and 12 until we hit this wall right there. Then we have this 6 blocks high diamond column. We have, of course, a 33 white bar at the top, and then another column here. Here on the left, you can pause, of course, at any point. We have a dropper, we have some redstone lamps, we have some stairs, some smooth quartz stairs, some smooth quartz blocks, and also light blue and dark blue concrete. So here we also got a trapdoor and some hoppers, but I will go over them in a second. And yeah, here beneath those blue carpets, we have hoppers just facing downwards. You can also insert them. Makes it a little bit faster. And also here we have some netherite pre-stored, here we have some gold pre-stored in all those droppers. So if you build that and also this quartz layer on top, we can go to the back and there we can place a green wool beneath each of those lamps. And we can also place 2 hoppers facing to the left into this chest here where all our profits will be stored. And here we're gonna start with the block by block tutorial. So let's build it, then a repeater, comparator, gonna get a redstone torch, and from here on we just wanna go with 2 droppers facing into each other. In the right one we place a non-stackable item. Then we're gonna grab this output right here with the comparator. We have a torch, another torch, blocks, and we have a sticky piston that faces to the front with the diamond block come on, where is my diamond block? Attached to it. And also some nice redstone like this. So if we start the game then, we can activate a piston. So here we're gonna need 1 diamond, and we also gonna need 18 items in the first slot. That was not correct, as you can see, 18. And now there should be only 1 diamond in there, and 1 in the chest now, and 1 here in this hopper. Perfect, and I already set this piston here since, yeah, I placed in 1 item too much. Next up, we're gonna build a magenta circuit, and we do that by placing here repeater set to 2 tick, here repeater set to 2 tick, sticky piston, magenta, redstone dust, and some redstone dust right here. Then we're gonna go right to this hopper, and we're gonna place here diagonally what is it called, a dropper facing upwards. We removed the bottom one and then we just funneled it in with some droppers like this. Here we're gonna place yellow wool. Here we're gonna place a redstone comparator. Here a redstone repeater, and then some redstone. And here another repeater like this. So if we put anything up right in, oh god, in this this blue wool carpet, we can get the repeater back, for example. So then we're gonna need some more wool here in this reading this dropper here. We can now set a comparator right here, another block on top, hop dropper beneath it, and the dropper will have a wooden X in there. Oh, sorry, the left one will have a wooden X in there. So then we can already place in 1, 2, 3, repeater, 2 pieces of redstone, and here we're gonna need a blue wool. I will explain why there is a blue wool later, but make sure to put it there, and place also a repeater right here that will power the gold dropper afterwards. We're gonna place in here a block, there a block, some redstone, and also a repeater in between, and we can remove this one, this is too much. So that's the first part done. Next we're gonna build the first green circuit, so we're gonna start right here and build 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We're gonna grab redstone dust and put it in there. We have here a repeater in this direction, and from here on we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is always our shape, so 2 blocks in the middle and then some shape around. And from here on we just build up like this, so just spiral your way upwards, and also make sure to leave 1 space at minimum for each layer, so we can get there some redstone dust in. So let's keep doing that until we're here at the top like this. And the top layer, which is like the exact same layer as this diamond here, we can get 2 blocks there, we can remove those 2, those are unnecessary. We get a repeater right in here, and then we're gonna start with the redstone dust. And also very important, if we start with redstone dust, we can place in already some repeaters in here, all facing into this direction. And then just grab yourself a lot of redstone dust. Maybe just get this side done first, then go to the other side. And make sure to connect everything properly. So we have this nice spiral going on. So then we're gonna have here some repeaters going into running into repeaters, also here on the top. So now the second lamp will be powered right like this. So that's the second one, will be powered right like this. We have here this redstone. We're gonna go down here 1, 2, then we're gonna go one over like this. And here we're gonna grab ourselves a repeater set to 1 tick. The third lamp will be powered from right here. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're just gonna run it right into there. Just block that off real quick, and that will power the third lamp. The fourth one will be powered exactly from here, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, then we're gonna go down like this, and we're gonna get the redstone like that. Also make sure to prevent that from connecting, and the final lamp will be powered from right here. I know that's a long way from there, but unfortunately that's how it is. So we're gonna have here now a repeater. We're gonna have now here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here we're gonna have, sorry, should look like this. Here we're gonna have a repeater, a redstone dust, and some redstone like this. So now we're gonna start here from the top, and we're gonna go up like this right here, and we will connect it here from the top like 1, then another one down. We can remove the supporting blocks. Then we go 1, 2 in this direction, remove the supporting blocks, and we're gonna go all the way down like this. Then we're gonna have here some redstone dust going all the way to the top like this. So it should be now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 blocks until we hit this repeater, which should be perfect. Next up, we're gonna build right here a block, another repeater like this, another 2 blocks, another repeater like that, and then we're gonna have this T-shape of redstone, like so. Here we're gonna have a redstone torch, and we also gonna have here some redstone dust. We're gonna have here a node block, and here we're gonna have ourselves a repeater and some redstone dust, and we will connect it all the way to this dropper section here. So we're gonna have here a comparator, here we're gonna have a block with redstone on top, here we're gonna have a repeater, so then I have to go to the other side again. And here we're gonna just run a line that looks like this. Be careful by connecting it. First of all, you have to prevent all the blocks from connecting here, and then we can connect it. So now we should have all the repeaters bedrock locked as soon as we can get the redstone signal up to every single repeater. And we're just gonna start right here with glass blocks like this. Here we're gonna need some stuff, and here we're gonna need some stuff. So those are all the redstones we need to connect up. And we're gonna build up right here. So here we're gonna have some redstone dust that goes right into there. Here we're gonna have some redstone dust that goes right into this one. And then we're just gonna block over like this, block up like that, and that should connect also to the top repeater. So that's now everything done so far. Next up, we want to build these temporary circuits. You can remove them afterwards completely. They're just really temporary. So we have here a sticky piston. Here we're gonna have a repeater set to 1 tick, and here the same block there. And now we just very shortly have to turn off the redstone signal in there. And before we put the torch there, we have to make sure that this orange circuit does not intersect with the green one. That's really important. Then we can place the torch, and as we can see, we get this nice pattern from top to bottom. And yeah, then we can also remove this temporary circuit. We don't need it anymore. And if we place in here this redstone dust, we will stop at one single lamp of this 5. So we can repeat that once, just let it run for a second or so. And yeah, then we get another lamp. So that's how the slot works. And if you, as you saw before in my version, if you want to don't have the downwards motion instead of the upwards motion or so, if you want to reverse that, just reverse all the repeaters that are bedrock locked. So for example, this one, just put it in that direction and so on. Do it with all the bedrock locked repeaters, turn them around 180 degrees and you will have the other motion that I presented to you. So really easy to do. Next up, we're gonna build the blue circuit and we're gonna start right here, since that is our winning line, which is the second lamp. So this circuit is responsible for the second lamp. So that's why we place in right here 2 pieces of redstone dust. We prevent them from connecting to each other. That's really important. And we then are gonna place in here a note block. We can also tune it a little bit. And then we're gonna place here another torch that looks like this. And of course this one is now on, since I have here the second lamp on. In your case that may differ, since usually not the second lamp is on. Like so, now the fourth one is on. So then this redstone torch will be off, that will be off, so the gold dispenser won't dispense anything. So, next up I want to get some cyanide wool, and with this some cyan wool. And we're gonna need to catch the output from the blue row, so from exactly this lamp here. So we're gonna do that by placing here a repeater. As we can see now, since I have the fourth lamp on, this torch is now off. In your case it would be on. And here we're gonna have the redstone accordingly. So yeah, with that already done, I think now it's time to copy over all the slots. And you can of course refer always to this green blocks or to the hoppers in there. Just make sure to basically copy this slot over 6 more times. So now everything is copied over. As we can see, now all the slots are configured. I just stopped them at random times. And really make sure, I forgot to mention it in the building part, that they don't intersect, but I thought it would be clear. So this redstone signal is not allowed to intersect with that one at any point. So the slots need to be separated. Of course the last one does not need that block, but you get the idea. And also make sure that here we have this continuous flow. Let's go to spectator mode. So we have this continuous flow of, if we start here from the start, with repeater, blue block to redstone, repeater, blue block, redstone, and so on. And here in those droppers, in the left one is always the wooden X. And here we have always the comparator. Those lines are never intersecting, and so on, the orange ones. And also important, make sure to build everything correctly, as we can see here. So let's get back to creative and let's get here some repeaters in. Or let's build the blocks first, actually. And then in the middle we will place in repeaters, like so. That's for our main price. Here the signal will be inverted. Here we're gonna have a block, here we're gonna have a piece of redstone, here we're gonna have a block. Then we will place in an observer facing in that direction with this lamp, and here a redstone dust. So now we should have a netherite block there. And if this torch here, how can I represent it? If this torch here just lights up and delights, we will get 2 pieces of netherite, which is exactly our main price. So with that done, we can now get the purple line here to work. So make sure to remove all the floor here in between. And then we're gonna have a repeater where the orange blocks intersect. We're gonna have some more redstone dust like this, and then we finally will bring it up right here. So that's our goal, to get there. And also let's remove this redstone and put it like this. Here we're gonna have a redstone torch, 2-tick repeater, 2-tick repeater. Then we're gonna grab a sticky piston. And here we're gonna have just some old redstone dust, like that. So then we're gonna go down here 2 blocks, put some pumpkins in, and then just some note blocks like that. That's when we lose, or when the game is over. And now we're ready to start it. So, and as we can see, everything works well. We just inserted our diamond, we stopped all the slots manually, and we already won 2 gold ingots, also very nice during this round. And yeah, we also got the reset sound, so now we can play it again. That's how it works, and yeah, if you made any mistake, which could be the case for this complex build, make sure to look at the Word download in the video description. There you can basically resolve the issue if you need to, and you can also play around with this world here. So thanks for watching once more. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.